Okay, good morning everybody. Welcome to the stream. Let's wait for a second to see if everything is working as intended on the YouTube. And also, while we're at it, let me just move my main screen a little bit to the right, just so I can have everything aligned as it's supposed to. And also, let me just put the video link in the Discord so people can join if anybody is interested. Okay, so as you can see, we are working today on a little mix of of an Arachnid template. That's where these legs came from, and then I have also imported some of the humanoid template elements that are here for our torso and the head. So I guess we're gonna go ahead and try to make this into some kind of a mech styled creature. So yeah, I'm not actually sure which part I should start with. So yeah, guess we're gonna need to figure out that first. And as you can see, I have also added the animations for this character, just so the torso matches the movement of the body and legs. So maybe we can start actually with this largest part, that's the spider body. And also we can kind of try to maybe reduce some faces at the start, if that would be possible somehow. Maybe we can make this a little bit taller, like so. And then we can also kind of try to decide on like what our main colors should be. Oh my god. So I think there should definitely be some of these base gray that's like metallic or something, but then the rest, I guess we could go like the most basic colors would be either like blue or red. I'm thinking whether we can make it some other shade perhaps. So we'll see. We also have this extended palette, so we have a little bit more tones for a single color to work with compared with the other one. So I guess we'll see what we end up with. And then also I think it would be nice if we started mirroring across the x-axis, or excuse me, over the z-axis. That's how this is oriented. And then let's see, maybe we can try to let me just think for a second. I don't think the blue one should be like the best. Maybe we can start with the head actually. Maybe that will give us some ideas what we wanna do here. So first off, I think I'm gonna get rid of the face. Oh, and then here we should have the other mirrors, okay? And then I think we can get rid of the hair. And for some reason our face didn't disappear. I have no idea why, so let me just try to do it again, like this. Okay, we're getting somewhere. And then let's see. So maybe we can make like some kind of a helmet or something like that. And then maybe let's get rid of this. And rid of that. Okay. And then here we can have like a little visor or something, and then we're gonna do like some stuff for the chin as well. So let me first try to make it a little bit more blocky, and then we can add some other stuff to it. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that's about right. And then let's get to here. And then I think we should go with something like this at least. We can have more. I guess maybe we can do like there's just 2 voxels of like a little transition. And then let me continue on here. Although now it kind of looks pretty pretty wide. We'll see about that, but maybe let's just make this bottom part a little bit wider. Okay. Okay. Let's see what it would look like if we were to make this a little bit more narrow, and then if we were to extend this outwards by 1. Okay, kind of looks interesting. Let me get rid of the ears for a moment, and then maybe we can make it so that this bottom part is slightly narrower than like the helmet part that's covering the top of the skull. Then oops, that's the wrong tool there. So something like this, and then here at the back, maybe let's try to continue our helmet like so, and then let's make this slight indentation at the back that we have at the sides as well. Okay, then maybe we can we could try to make like some kind of a mouth piece or something like that. Let me see. And then maybe we can erase some stuff like this. This might create like some faces. Let's see what happens if we do something like this. So I guess this might be kind of interesting. Although it doesn't really fit best with the rest of the body, so yeah. We might need to figure something else. Let me see. Hello. So we're making this interesting looking character that's like a combination of a human and a spider. So yeah, now I just need to kind of figure out how to make it look like a mech. So yeah. This is gonna be interesting. Okay, so maybe we can try to like make a bit outdented piece for the mouth, and then oops, let's see if we can somehow connect it with this top part, something like that. I guess this looks kind of like a mech, so maybe we can fill that in with some color. And then I think the top part of the head needs to be made a little bit more like a a little bit more circular. So let's see, we have 4 voxels here on that side, so let's do kind of the same thingy for this corner as well, just so we can have it a little bit rounded. And then I think we can do something like this, just so it's like a helmet that's kind of lower at the back, so it kind of protects perhaps a little bit of the neck as well, or something like that, just so it kind of looks a little bit more like a helmet. Then maybe we can make this a little bit narrower as well, and then let's make it thicker here at the back. And let's see, and then maybe, well, we're kind of trying to make these like pretty long lines, and then having like more of these rectangular shapes, not as rounded as maybe here at the bottom, so so it looks a little bit more like a mech or something like that. So we can do that, and as you can see here, we're kind of using 2 different shades of gray, so maybe I can do something like this. And then let's see here, I guess here at the back it kind of looks all right. We should just figure out how it should look from the side, so maybe we can do something like this. And let's see, there can be like 2 voxels, and then whatever we want to do with this here. Maybe we can just color it in, that's one option. So let's get rid of that, let's get rid of that as well. Okay, so this looks like a pretty default mech head, and now maybe we can try to figure out how we wanna make it look a little bit more interesting, or like some details that kind of define our character. So maybe there can be like a strip of something here. Something like that. Yeah, we're gonna color it a little bit later. First, I'm kind of trying to get the model all together, and then we can start coloring in some stuff. So maybe we can like make some kind of horns or something. So just here from the side, let's see. This is 2, and then here maybe can have like 3 voxels, and then maybe 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, something like this. And then we can extend this upwards. Let's see. So we got something like that. And then they should start getting a little bit narrower, or like into some kind of a spike or something. So one option would be something like this, although it should be probably a little bit more narrow towards the top, so maybe we can do something like this. Let me just see how tall we want this to be. So maybe something like that. And then also maybe this part can be a little bit thicker also. Let's see. So we got some roundiness here. Maybe we can just extend it to here, to this part, so we have like these clear transitions, and we also save a little bit on the faces, at least I'm pretty sure we do. So, and then I think that these on the sides, they can be a little bit taller even, so maybe let's make it 2 voxels taller. Something like that. Okay. And then another thing that we might add here would be, let's see, something like this, and then on the top side as well. And then let's try to and then maybe we could try to drag this all the way to the pack, and then maybe at the top we can add like a little bit of this thicker part. Maybe we can extend it even a little bit further, so do something like that. Okay, so I think that looks pretty interesting for the helmet, at least for now, while we're modeling. And I think I wanna just wait a little bit with trimming the volumes, because we might want to make it a little bit larger or whatever. So here is our helmet part. And then for the one thing that I was thinking of would be that would be kind of cool, would be if we were to like add either that it would have like basically a sword out of his arm, so he's not actually holding it, but it's actually part of the arm, or that well, it would kind of look weird because we have one attack that kind of stabs and then the other attack that kind of slashes, so we'll see how that should go. Let's see with the second one. That might be interesting. So let's go quickly to this right hand, and then let's make it a little bit taller. Let's realign it here. And then maybe we can just pick some other color. And then let's turn off the mirrors. Maybe we can turn on the other ones just so we can see where the center is. And then let's draw our blade. And then let's extend it a little bit further outwards just so we can kind of see what's happening with it. So in this option it kind of slashes with it, and then with attack 1 it stabs. Okay. So I think this is kind of fine, and we could even leave the hands in it. It's like we can make it like some other weapon that it's holding, so that would be another option, or not. I think I would just like to make it look a little bit more interesting by doing that instead. So let me get rid of some of these fingers, and then we can get rid of this as well. So let's make it all a little bit more narrow, And also I think I might wanna move it by a bit, just so it's kind of centered compared with the rest of the hand. Then maybe just the pivot point, we can set it to 6, just so everything is nicely centered. Then let's make this a little bit thicker. And then also a little trick we can use would be to just flip it across the x-axis. So when we extend this outwards, it actually extends in the right way. And then we can flip it back. And now we have enough space to work with our blades. So let's make them a little bit longer. And then let's figure out how we want to kind of shape them, or like, I guess one option would be to make them into a straight line, and in this case it would be also useful to mirror here. So so this is like the first kind of draft idea. So this one is kind of really really simple, but we can start with that and then make it look a little bit more interesting. So let's see, let's turn on the nice lines so we can see a little bit better what's going on. So already with something like that, we have added a little bit of a curvature here. So that should help with it a bit. And we can add even a little bit more. So we end with like this nice blade that's kind of symmetric. And then because it's kind of futuristic, I guess we can also try to do some other stuff with it. So maybe it can be like hollow in the middle. That's one option. I think I preferred it this way, so let's go ahead and extend it a little bit further. And then maybe we can color this in, just so it kind of connects with the arm, but it kind of looks like it's moving into the hand that's holding this blade. And then I guess we can decide on the final colors a little bit later. Now I'm just thinking if I want to add another layer of thickness to this blade, so it would look perhaps something like this, or maybe we can make this whole curvature a little bit different, so it looks something like that. So I think that's pretty good. And then here maybe we can do something like that, just so it kind of transitions into the hand. So there's that. Let's see, maybe, yeah, we might need to like correct some animations after this, now that we actually see what it looks like with the blade in the hand. Okay. So now we can, I guess, maybe move to the torso next. So I think we want to make like a little bit chunkier torso. We have already made the head like a little bit larger. So I guess it would only make sense if the torso is also a little bit bulkier, so it can support the head. So let's see. Let's extend this outwards by a little bit. Let's extend it to the sides. Let's extend it to the back. Okay. And now maybe can do like some kind of shoulder pads or something like that. So let's extend that a little bit further out. Okay, we have reached our limits on the width, so we're gonna have to make it a little bit wider. 3, and then let's move the center point to 21, just so everything is centered still. And then let's extend our shoulders a little bit outwards, like that. And then I think we can go ahead and do something like this. So let's see. Something like that. And then we can make like the shoulders a little bit more rounded, I guess. I mean, why not? Okay. Then maybe we can make this center part of the torso a little bit thinner, just so we have that. Then maybe we can make this thicker line underneath, like so. So that looks kind of interesting. We'll see. We'll see where how this turns out, and then maybe we can do something similar or on the back, or let's see what can we do on the back actually. Oops, let's use the other tool. So maybe we have like some kind of a neck protection or something like that. So there's that, and then I'm actually not sure. Well, we could add like some exhaust thingies or something like that. So maybe let's just add a couple of rectangles here, just for the sake of it, and then we can add some details later on. And I guess we can save like 2 faces, or do we save them actually? So this is gonna be 1. Yeah, I guess we save 1 face on each side. That's something, I guess. So maybe we can have this for the torso. As far as the model is concerned. And then for the hips, let's see how we want to do that actually, because these are like still from the humanoid template, so maybe we want to change them a little bit, or not. We'll see about that. So let's see, maybe we can make this whole part a little bit thinner, just so we don't have like intersections with the top part of the torso, and we can perhaps just leave it like that and maybe trim the volumes. Why not? Okay, so that's for the top part mostly. Well, maybe we can do something with the arms as well. Maybe we can make them a little bit bigger, just because it's no longer a human, it's a robot. So yeah, let's see, we can maybe make them a little bit bulkier. So let's add a voxel here. And then, well, we kind of want to be careful with this part because it might intersect with our shoulder pads, so maybe on this side we can just make it a little bit narrower like that. So yeah, and then maybe we can do like some stuff on the forearm. So let me save that. Let's get to the forearm. Let's see, where are you? Okay. Let's try to center this. So I guess it should be at 6. We'll see. And then I think I want to make this joint part a little bit bigger. So let's maybe extend this backwards by a bit. So let's see, this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then here on the side we can do something similar. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then let's just go all the way around to make this a thicker joint, so it hopefully rotates around this part of the arm. And then let's trim the volume, and then maybe we can check an animation or two if it kind of, well, I think it's gonna be a bit more obvious when we color this stuff in, so maybe we can wait a little bit with that. And then we're probably gonna duplicate this stuff onto the other hand as well. So yeah, so we have 1300 faces right now, which is quite decent actually. Because we have already had quite some at the start, and now maybe we can go ahead and try to figure out some details for the legs. So here we just need to be careful because we have 6 legs and every additional face is gonna be multiplied by 6. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Okay, I think I'm not sure if we really wanna create too many details on these legs. Maybe I think here we can get rid of these of this enlarged part because it's not really gonna be shown. So we can save some faces there. And also it's not gonna intersect with our other parts of the leg. And then for the claws, I'm just not too sure. Maybe we can just make them even thinner. I mean, that's gonna add some faces, but what can you do? So just something like this. And then I don't really think we want to go any narrower. So yeah, just something like that, I guess. Let's check it out. Yeah, that looks kind of cool. And then maybe we can make this part a voxel or 2 higher or taller, just like that. And then maybe we can trim the volumes. And yeah, that's kind of it for the model. Maybe we can do some changes to this main part a little bit later, but we can decide on that still. So now for this face, I think I'm thinking if we can make it look a little bit more like an arachnid or like some kind of a spider. So I was just thinking if we could add like maybe some claws or something like that, but I'm not really sure how exactly those should be added to this mask. So we're probably gonna do it without them. Maybe we can just one option would be to extend it a little bit to the side, so maybe we could do something like that. Now for the like visor part or something, we could go either with a solid color for the whole part, or we could just like try to draw in some eyes maybe, although that looks kind of weird also. I think I would prefer to have it like all the way, and then we can add some shadows and stuff, just a little bit of details here and there, just to add some depth to our dude that we are making. So maybe we can not make that one, and then maybe here at the top it can be even a little bit darker, like so. And then I think our like we could make it from two different grays actually, so that might be a little bit interesting. So maybe we can fill this one with the darker one, and then we can have a little bit of some kind of a brighter shade, so maybe something like this, which is of course darker than what we have or what we had before, but it adds a little bit of a contrast to our colors. And then here is this part that I have mentioned before, where we could maybe do something like this. Just so it kind of looks from the side like it's transitioning, or like, yeah, whatever. So let's just try to make it look nice from all the angles. And then here I think we should fill that in like so, and then we can maybe add a couple of details. So something like this maybe. Let's see what other options we have. Maybe we could do something like this. So it looks kind of menacing. And then at the top we can add a couple of highlights maybe. So let's see here. And now I guess we could move everything one voxel downwards, so let's go ahead and quickly do that. Okay. And then about these lines, maybe we can make them just a little bit darker. I don't think I really want to keep them red. Maybe this can kind of help a little bit. Or even if we were to do... that's a misclick. But yeah, I think this black is too dark, so let's keep it like this. And then we can just go ahead and do some more highlights around the helmet. And then what we can do here at the front, maybe we can make this into a rectangle. And then, let's see. So I'm thinking about using a secondary color, but I'm kind of deciding whether we should go with something like a green here or something more like an orange tone. So maybe you can zoom out and kind of try to figure it out, or maybe we could go just with some more red. That wouldn't hurt either. So well, let's see. So if we were to use the same red as what we have there, let's see. That's a lot of red, but it doesn't look too bad. And also maybe we can do like some kind of a glowing gem or something like that. I mean, I'm pretty sure that something like purple wouldn't fit, right? Or would it? And we have multiple shades of purple. I mean, this one is a little bit more bluish. This one is more pinkish. Well, now it kind of looks like some kind of a police. What am I supposed to do here? Well, maybe the best option would be to use this brighter gray, actually. So that's kind of another option here. Something like this maybe, and then we can do some shadows underneath just to add some thickness to it. And then let me just pick this color, and then oops, we should we should pick the other color before we start applying it, and then let's just do something like this here, and then let's go ahead and continue this pattern at the back as well. Then here for the top, let me see. Can add some details here. Then maybe we can, well, we'll see if this pattern works out. So let's go ahead and perfect, yay! Now we have managed to do that. Now we can make that into a shadow, like so. And then since we have like a pretty boring, well, we can add some more colorful details to it. Let me just maybe make this a little bit longer, just so it kind of gets in line with this bottom line of our whatever that is. It kind of reminds me of that headlight that you can have. We should only change this color into yellow or something and make it emissive, of course, but now we can add maybe some more shadows here. Something like this. And then we can add, of course, some highlights at the top. Okay. Then maybe we can pick some of this darker red. Then maybe we can, well, from the front side, I'm not really sure if we wanna squeeze that in anywhere. Perhaps here, but then it's gonna really look like some kind of an Indian priest or something with that red dot in the middle of its forehead. So maybe we can just add a couple of lines here at the ears. So something like that. And then we can also do, what? Are these two the same? They're kind of the same. Let's see. Yeah, I can't really distinguish them one from the other, so I think we can do something like that. And again, for this one at the top, I'm not too sure, but if we don't do it, it kind of looks weird. Or actually, maybe we can do something like this. So that looks kind of interesting, but then again, I think we should maybe lower this whole thing, or how should we do that? Maybe we can do something like this. Let's see. Not that big of a fan. It's a little bit annoying that we have more spacing here than here on the bottom. I mean, of course we could do it like so, but then again we kind of have this height issue. But we can maybe mitigate it a little bit if we add like another one of these bright dots here, so it kind of makes this whole top part look a little bit more squished together. So yeah. Okay, and then I guess we can add this shadow underneath here, just so we can have some different colors. And then let me get rid of the ghost. And then I think we can make this and this darker as well. And now we just need to kind of figure out how we want to make this transition. So maybe something like this, just so we have this curve from the side. And then if we look from underneath, it also kind of looks like it. So yeah, I guess we can have that there. And then maybe we can have like another red line going like from here up there and then to the back. And maybe we can use like the same color type that we have used on the ears, so maybe it goes there and then upwards. Then let's see. And then here again we have like 4 thickness, so or well, what the heck, why not just make it a little bit thicker. So there we have that, and then let's make it thicker like this, just so our line is like at the center of it. And let's cover it up. And then at the ends we can add this darker color. And then maybe we could have used it here as well. Maybe just some kind of, maybe here's 4 of them, then 1, 2, 3, 4, then 4. And then maybe just something like that. So we have a little detail here underneath. And well, I guess this kind of ruins my plan of making it a little bit thinner from the front side, but yeah. Oops. Okay. So there's that. Oh, and then we can add some more highlights here at the top to make it look a little bit more roundy. Like that, like this, and like that also. And then let's do something similar here at the back. So can do something like that, and then add some of these dots here on the sides. And then maybe we can add another one here as well. So yeah, that kind of looks cool. And I guess we can also trim the volumes. And one last little thing that we might want to add would be to add like some kind of reflections in the I don't know, I guess this is like some kind of a glass or plastic. So let's 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is 3 thick, so let's make this a little bit thicker. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So let's try to extend this everywhere it's supposed to go. And then I guess on these parts that are kind of supposed to be darker, we can make it a little bit lighter. And then let's see, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, we have it covered there. And then we can do something similar here. And then we can do something similar there as well. So I guess for this part I'm not too happy about it, so I think I'm just gonna leave it as it is, but for the rest I think it looks kind of good. And then you can see it also has like some empty space on this part, so maybe we can do something similar to this line for this top part as well. So it could start like this perhaps, and then it goes all the way around. And of course we forgot to use our mirrors, so let's retrace our steps just so we have everything nicely mirrored to the other side as well. And maybe we can end it up there like so, and then let's extend this here. Okay, so that's good. And then maybe we can do just some minor details here at the top, as well, just so this side doesn't look too boring. So let's see, can add like 2 voxels there, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, perfect. So there's one of these, and then maybe we can leave some room in between, and then this is gonna be a little bit shorter, but we can just leave maybe 2 voxels at the front, and then maybe just one voxel just one voxel at the back, just to kind of make it look a little bit more round. And I think that's gonna be it for our head part. Okay, so that's a start, and I guess we can now move on to the torso. So let's see, I think this was our base color at the top. So let's fill everything in with this one, and then we're gonna find the brighter one that's used for some of these details, and then we'll add it there as well. So this one is 7E everywhere, so it shouldn't be too difficult to find, hopefully. 7E, where are you, 7E? Okay, here it is. So let's see, maybe we can make this middle area a little bit brighter, so like so and like so, and then of course we can make like some kind of transition from one color to the other, or yeah, we'll see about that. So I think I would like to keep kind of the same details that we have here with these lines, so let me just double check these colors. Okay, just so we're using the same colors on all of the parts. And let's turn on the nice lines. We already have our mirror set up, so that's good. And then let's do maybe something like this. And then, oh come on. Then we can add our lines. So maybe one is a little bit longer than the other from the front, but then we can do something similar at the back. So do it like this. And then maybe at the corners we can do like some details, or I mean just so it kind of goes zigzag stuff. So let's see, there and this. Okay. And now we can start making some details here for the shoulders. So let's do that. Maybe we can make it a little bit larger here. Oh my gosh, my phone is going crazy. Yeah, I need to take my sister to the doctor a little bit later, so it's gonna be a little bit shorter stream than usual, and my mom is just sending me some last minute instructions. I think that was that was it for now, so there should be no more buzzing or ringing while we're at it, hopefully. Let's keep our fingers crossed. So maybe we can move this whole details line a little bit lower, just so we can have some room in between these details at the top and then what we have at the bottom. So let's move it downwards, and I guess I could just use the grab tool, but that sometimes causes issues with the Vox edit. So, and also we would have to do it on the other side as well, so it might not have been as great of an idea as it might have sounded from the start. So okay, so that's for the shoulders, and then for this part I think we can do something like this, and then a little bit of the highlight at the back, and then we can just transition it in slowly, something like that. I think this looks best. Then we can do, oh, we were talking about some exhausts at the back, right? So let's fill that in, and then we can draw some details, or actually at the back we can even do some details with these colors, so why not? Can do like an outline in red, and then we can break it up a little bit by using some of these brighter reds, and then let's use this darker gray to maybe draw some exhausts like this. And then I guess since we have two voxels here at the top, I think I'm just gonna finish this outline like that. So that's cool. And then let me fill this in underneath. Okay. And now I'm just trying kind of to figure out what to do with this part. So maybe nope. I think we can try to make like some kind of a plating here. So something like this, and then we're gonna need to add some shadows to it and some highlights to make it look a little bit more 3D-ish. So like that, maybe we can add another one here, and then, well, we could do it like the full outline, and then can do something like that. Not the biggest fan of it, to be honest. Guess we can try to fill everything in with this darker gray, and then we can try to figure out some highlights that we want to do with the brighter lines or with the brighter gray. So maybe we can use this one here at the top, and then let's see. Oops, that's not the right tool for what we're trying to do. So maybe it can kind of start at the top and then it kind of wanes out. Then let's see. Can do something like that. Okay, so that looks kind of good. And then let's try to make some of these lines. So maybe one here, one there. And let's connect them together. And I guess it would be kind of cool if this one looked something like this, just so it kind of adds a little bit to the shape of this whole thing. And then I'm just wondering what it would look like if we were to add this as a shadow actually to it. So it looks something like this. Which does look kind of interesting, at least in my opinion. But now I think we have enough room that we can actually squeeze in another line, maybe. Something like this. I think this adds a lot to the 3D-ness of the whole thing, because we have like one line that's like a little bit shaped, I don't know what to call it, in one way at the top and then another one at the bottom. So I think that helps a lot with the perception of this depth. And now here let's add some shadows like this, and we can add a couple here in the corners or like underneath this whole thing. Let's see. Then maybe I could try to do it like this, and then here let's not do it the whole way, let's just finish this in. Okay, and then here at the corners I think we can add like some details, just so it looks kind of like some indentation marks or something like that. So we can just leave 2 voxels of space in between, like that. And then I think we can safely repeat the process at the back to kind of get some similar results. So have missed one there, but something like this. Maybe this one can be just a dot, because we can't really extend it and not mess everything else up. So there's that for that part. And then maybe we could do, so let's see, 1 2 1 2, and then okay, we should have used the other tool, but we could make it like differently colored stripes. So it might look like some kind of a mechanical spring or something, just so it helps our mech to turn around and stuff like that. Okay. Let's get to our arm. And I think this whole top part should be the darker gray, and then maybe this. Okay, where are we mirroring actually? So yeah, I think we need to get rid of that mirror, and now we can yeah, like fill in this part of the hand. But I'm just thinking if it would make a little bit more sense if we were to make this slightly longer. Or not, because it might interfere with each joint, so maybe let's get rid of that. And then maybe we can add like some brighter grays here, because if we were to add the red again, it might we might get a little bit overboard with those details, so maybe let's not do that for this part. And now let's just extend this inwards. Like so. Maybe we can move this to a little bit closer together. Like that. Let's see, and then we can get rid of this line here. Let's see, but this has 3 voxels of space in between, so maybe we can move this one back to where it was, just so we can kind of keep 3 voxels here, 3 voxels there, and then maybe we can do something similar at the back, so 3 voxels on each side. And then let's extend this inwards, like so. Okay. Now we can add some shadow here, like so. I think that's gonna be it for the arm part. And then for the forearm, I think I just wanna keep it all in this dark gray color scheme. And then here on the elbow, we can maybe make some of those red details that we had before. So let me just kind of try to figure out how we want to do that. So we could do like 2 parallel lines, or just one line that's a little bit more towards the middle. So I think that might work for us. So let's do that. And then in the corners, let's add some of these darker details. So like this, like that, and then another one here. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so this is an even number. We can do something like that. Come on, let's make it a little bit narrower, like so. And then let's do maybe something like this. And then let's do it on the other side as well, because we aren't using our mirrors right now. And then we can add some more details using a little bit brighter gray. So maybe this can be used here for the corners. And then we can add some texture here as well. So maybe something like this. And now let me just repeat this pattern on all 4 sides of this forearm. Okay, and then can we get it to work? Okay. And then another thing that we might be interested in doing would be to maybe some kind of a transition or some other details with this red. And then we're probably gonna end it up somehow in this hand with the blade, so we'll see about that. So here, let me just fill in the base color. And then I'm pretty sure that since the rest of our character is more reddish, we could do it either green, that's like the complementary color, or we can do it in red. So those are kind of two options that we have. I would probably stick with the red because it's a little bit safer option, but yeah, green might work as well here. So first let's go ahead and add some highlights, some details. So like this, and then of course we could have activated our mirroring, so we would have those details on the other side already, but since we forgot to do that, we're just gonna do it now. And then this can be a little bit darker, like so, and then here let me extend this further, and let's see, here we have 3 voxels in between, so here's 1, 2, 3, like this. Then maybe let's end it up like that. We'll see how that turns out, but I think that's about right. And yeah, now you can maybe see like some minor problems that we have with our animations. So I might need to go ahead and fix that off stream. And then for the blade, I think we can make it a little bit longer still. So let me quickly flip it. And then let's make it maybe to 40. And then let's see. Okay, and here we need to turn on the other mirrors on. So we have everything on both sides. So let's extend this. Let's extend that, and then I think something like this is now about the length that I was kind of going for. And then I guess we can do like some brighter reds here at the top and at the bottom, like the sharp part of the blade. So yeah, and we're gonna make that emissive a little later on, so that's good. And then maybe we can continue working on our hips. So I guess we can get rid of that mirror. We can keep this mirror for a little while, but we'll probably get rid of that one as well. So let me just fill in the base color. And then the darker one should go here, I think. Because the top part ends off on this brighter gray. Now let's continue our zigzag, so it goes all the way like this. Okay. And then maybe what we could have done would be to make it a little bit more narrow towards the center, So maybe let's change this mirroring to this direction, and then we can leave 3 voxels on each side, and then just make it a little bit narrower towards the front middle part. And then let's continue doing it here as well. So 1, 2, 3. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. That's still not what I wanted to do, because I want to just color it in, not draw new voxels over it. Okay, so there we have that. And now we kind of need to figure out how we want to transition our humanoid torso into the spider body. So maybe we can color this with the darker gray that we're using, like so, just so we can have a little bit better idea of how this might mesh together. And I think it actually wouldn't hurt if we were just to continue this pattern that we have here, and we'll see how that goes. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then this one here as well, so like so. And then let's see, maybe here we can leave like 4 voxels on each side, just something like that, so it's a little bit thicker towards the bottom. Okay. Okay. So now at least we know what the colors of our details are gonna be. So I guess we can start working on those. So also, do we have any mirrors? We do, but in the wrong direction. So let me get rid of that. Let me get this mirror started, and then let's try doing it like this here, and then on the inner side here as well, and then we can do the outline here also. Okay, so this is the darker color, and then we can add this in between. So this one is mostly gonna be on the corners and on these like ending parts, and the brighter one is gonna be on the rest. So, but here underneath, I think I'm just gonna leave the darker red just for the sake of it. So yeah. Now here, let's see. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then maybe we can leave 4 of this darker one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then let's start doing something similar from the other side, so we can kind of see where this pattern brings us. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I think we're gonna need to make these a little bit more narrow. So like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Then let's see what we want to do here. we can get rid of the ghost, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. A little bit annoying. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see. So here we have 8. 8 as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then 2. Just a moment. Okay. So there we had 8. 4, 8. Okay. 4, 6, 8. I think I'm just gonna leave it like that. No, no need to spend too much time on these little details, but maybe we can squeeze some of these brighter gray in here as well, just so it may be included on some more places. So maybe something like this. Then here it can be a little bit diagonal. And I don't really think we can, not like we can't, but that we really need to include it on the sides. So yeah. Okay, so I think that's gonna be it for today. That's what we have managed to do. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully the next stream is gonna be a little bit longer than today, because I need to get some stuff done soon. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you, or more likely you'll see me next time. And until then, have a great time, and bye bye.